Another coup came on Battleworld during the first of the so-called Secret Wars, an event during which the powerful and mysterious Beyonder kidnapped several heroes and villains from the Earth to have them fight with the promise of giving the winners their heart's desire. Doom became the leader of the villains, and after their defeat, escaped his holding cell and constructed a device out of the body of Claw, to drain the power of Galactus. Using his stolen power he was able to attack his true target, the Beyonder. Doom lost the battle, but as the Beyonder came closer to dissect and study Doom, he managed to activate a device in his chest plate which hovered barely within his reach. Doom drained the Beyonder and became even more powerful. Too powerful, in fact Doom was unable to rest, lest he destroy the universe with a dream. The Beyonder had however survived. He took possession of Claw's body and used Claw's guile to trick Doom into losing control of his stolen power, reclaiming it and defeating him. The Beyonder then vanished, with Doom and Claw. We weren't going to prevent the early death of the multiverse. The Beyonders had built me too well, so we got tricky. And that's when Steven joined us right before the end. While the Swans were busy killing MES, you and I were busy building something else. A better bomb. A better me. We couldn't stop the Beyonders from destroying everything, but we could draw them out, destroy them, steal their power, and store it someplace safe, where it could be used to preserve some of what had been lost. By Molecule Man, Doom utilized the abilities of the Beyonders to save the remnants of multiple realities and construct Battleworld, a patchwork planet, after the multiverse ultimately collapsed during the last incursion between Earth 616 and Earth 1610. His right hand, Sheriff Stephen Strange, and his left hand, the Foundation, assisted him in his role as God Emperor Doom. Still hidden in a chamber, God Emperor Doom continued to draw strength from the Molecule Man, the vessel holding the power of the Beyonders. Doom first saw an alternate Fantastic Four during the early days of Battleworld, a version of the group without Reed Richards. Franklin and Valeria were their two children, born after Sue Storm fell in love with Victor. As 8 years went by, Doom and Strange twisted the memories of the inhabitants to the point they would no longer remember what had existed before Battleworld. Even though he was an omnipotent ruler, Victor ultimately felt he was failing his duty as a god. He thought he was not capable of properly inspiring his people, and even though Battleworld was the perfect world he wanted, he considered himself its only flaw, the discovery of an empty vessel in the Utopolis domain, a life raft constructed by the Cabal, the Malevolent Maker, and the survivors of Earth 1610, broke up the relative monotony of Doom's reign. After 8 years, the vessel had preserved them in suspended animation and allowed them to survive the last incursion. Sheriff Strange recognized the design of the raft, which was that of a similar vessel he had found 3 years earlier and had kept hidden in his Isle of Agamotto. When Strange investigated the vessel of his proprietary, he freed its occupants, the survivors of Earth 616, among which were Mr. Fantastic, Namor and Black Panther. After being informed of the nature of Battleworld and its ruler, the survivors of Earth 616 helped Sheriff Strange confront the Maker and the Cabal, who had been finally pinned down by Battleworld's police force, the Thor Corps. Doom remained unwilling to take part in the conflict, until he saw Mr. Fantastic in the scene, which is when he immediately teleported to Utopolis and stopped the fray, demanding the newcomers to recognize his authority. When the Phoenix refused to submit to him and attacked Doom with his flames, Doom shrugged off the attack and executed Summers by breaking his neck with one hand. To prevent Doom from prejudicially acting upon the interlopers, Steven used his magic to teleport them away. Following the disappearance of the Cabal and the heroes from Earth 616, Doom confronted Strange for disobeying him, and ultimately killed him after Steven accused him of being afraid of Richards. Doom later commanded Valeria and the Department of Science of Battleworld, the Foundation, to find the interlopers, pinning Strange's murder on them. 108, 3 weeks later, Battleworld was in disarray, with disorder having escalated into open rebellion in several domains, with somebody called the Prophet forming an army against Doom. The Prophet, who was later revealed to be none other than the Cabal's Maximus the Mad, and his army marched forward to Castle Doom. Some of Doom's allies started fighting against him, namely the Thor Corps, who had been convinced to fight against their god by the Thor survivor of Earth, 616. When he decided to step into the fight, Doom was confronted by Black Panther and Namor, with the former having acquired an Infinity Gauntlet from Sheriff Strange's sanctuary. After a battle that took them through the different planes of reality, Doom bested Black Panther, but he soon realized the fight was a distraction. He teleported to the Molecule Man's chamber, which had been found by Mr. Fantastic. The Molecule Man partially stripped Doom from his power in order to allow a fair fight. During the furious confrontation, Doom accused Richards of believing he could have done better had he had the power of the Beyonders, and when Reed conceded he did, so did Doom. On the grounds that both agreed. The Molecule Man gave the power of the Beyonders to Reed, destroying Battleworld in the process. With the power of the Beyonders he had received from the Molecule Man, and with help from his revived family, Mr. Fantastic began to restore the multiverse as the Eighth Cosmos, including Earth, 616. After accepting that Doom was going to eternally resent him, Reed decided to alter Victor's memories so he believed he was dead, on the hopes that Victor could become a better man if he no longer pursued ultimate power and believed his biggest rival was gone. In addition to altering Victor's memories, Reed cured him of his scars before returning him to Latveria.